Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna do a tutorial on how to size a pin and collar bracelet on this Seiko Alfinis. So in general, I don't really like the pins and collar system because I find them very hard to work with, as well as the H-link bracelets. Two of these variants are one of the toughest bracelets to work with, so in general I don't really like it. I usually prefer your normal push pin or split pin bracelet configuration. I think they are the best, or even your screw bracelet. I think it works as well. Pin and collars, to me, no, I don't like it. Unfortunately, a lot of mid-range Seiko watches, such as this one that I have here, the Alfinis, actually have the pins and collar system, so I will have to use tools to actually adjust this bracelet. Alright, so before the adjustments, I'll just show you how this watch looks like on my wrist first. Quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing the SRPE Dress KX series, and this is on a very nice fabric strap, so very easily adjustable, unlike this metal bracelet. So this watch is currently quite loose for me, so whenever I wear this watch it tends to slide out like this, or even slide down. Okay, so it's very loose. So I'm going to remove a link here. I'm going to remove a link probably from the back, and I will also adjust the micro adjust. So this watch comes with 2 levels of micro adjust, which is very little. So likely I'm going to remove one link from the back and then make this micro adjust to be slightly tighter. So it's really a pity if, let's say, this watch has more micro adjust option, I wouldn't have to remove a link. So unfortunately this strap does not have, so I have to adjust it. Okay, so before we do that, we can see from the bracelet there are some arrows. Let me bring it closer to the camera so they can see. There are some arrows here, right? You can see, right? So you've got to push the pin out from here. So I have a bracelet remover tool here. What I'm worried for pin and collar system is that this length, normally it works on a push pin or split pin configuration, but it might be too short for this pin and collar system. So what I have also is a standby, a hammer, and this pin block to remove the pin in case this doesn't work. Okay, so let's first try it. So follow the instructions. So first you gotta unscrew this watch remover tool. You gotta align it and push it in like this. Okay, so you gotta see the arrows here. Let me show you. The arrow is here. It's pushing in to the left, so I gotta follow the instructions of this arrow. So let's do that. Okay, seems quite smooth. So basically I just push it in all the way. Okay, this thing just came off. Not a very good quality watch remover tool, by the way. So usually I'll tend to gravitate towards the hammer. Okay, so you can see over here it has removed here, but it's not long enough, the pin. So the pin and the collar is still inside. The collar is still inside. So I have no choice but to use this. Okay, so you can see this pin is half removed. If it's a split pin, I can just pull it out. Okay, but because this is a pin and collar, there's a collar inside which is still fitted to this pin, and I cannot just simply pull the pin out like this. So it's still stuck in this position. So what I gotta do now is I gotta hammer this pin out from its collar. So firstly I gotta put this in here. Okay, so over here I have this set of pin removal tool. So this flat end is for you to hammer it hammer out the pin. Alright, so this is the one. So you can see I have to hammer this. Okay, so it's quite smooth, it's out, I hope. Okay, so now the pin is fully out. So be careful for pin and collar system. When the pin is out, right, the collar is still inside. So you gotta be very careful not to lose the collar. So I'll just bring this inside the camera. You can see the collar is actually inside the link over here. Let me point it out to you. So this is the collar. So the collar tends to get lost very easily. So just be aware of it. I'm gonna push the collar out. Okay, so now I'm gonna remove another link. Okay, hold on. Let me just remove this collar properly first. Okay, I have just removed the collar. Okay, right now I'm gonna remove another link using the same method. So again, I have to follow this arrow. So now this arrow is pointing downwards. So I gotta make sure that I align this here. And okay, maybe let me use this. So for this block, right, there's a few different lengths, or rather a few different widths. Make sure to use the correct one. This bracelet is slightly slimmer, so I'm gonna use the slightly slimmer block. So align it, make sure it's the correct orientation, and do the same thing, hammer it. Okay, so it's smoothly out. Okay, so this pin drop out nicely. Put it aside. Okay, the collar is here. This is the collar. Gently remove it. Okay, never mind. I think the collar is stuck for this one. I can't seem to remove it. It's okay. Just leave it in. You can see this collar. Oh, okay. It just dropped out. It's over here. Okay, this is the collar. So you can see this is the collar and this is the pin. So how this system works is that let me try to get this pin here. Okay, never mind. You can see the pin here, right? So how the system works is that the pin will insert into this collar by an interference feed. Okay, interference feed means by friction. So you gotta push it in, okay, all the way in, and then it will just be stuck there, okay, so that it doesn't move. So to me, this is a very troublesome way because the collar tends to get lost very easily. I don't really like this method of securing bracelet, to be honest, but yeah, you just have to work with what you have. All right, so I've just removed a link over here. Now I'm going to reattach this link to this original length over here. And what I'm gonna do now, right, is that I'm gonna put the collar inside. I don't think there's an orientation for this collar. You just gotta put it in. And as you can see, it's very hard to handle this collar as well because it's very small. So you gotta be very precise when you're putting the collar in. It will be good if you have a tool that you can use, but in this case I'm just using my hand. So you can see the collar is here. This is the collar. I'm gonna push it in like this. Okay, so now the collar is inside. Then what I'm gonna do now, right, you can see the collar is inside the bracelet. I'm gonna put it in here. Okay, so previously when you want to remove the pin, right, you follow the arrow shape. Okay, so but when you want to put back in the pin inside the collar, you gotta use the opposite method. So now the pin, instead of following the arrow, it should be coming from the other side. Okay, so now I have the pin, right? This is the shape of the arrow when I was hammering out. Now instead of going in this direction, I've got to put it in the opposite direction. So now I'm going to put it here. Okay, this is the opposite direction. Okay, let me focus it for you. So follow the opposite direction when you're putting back in. So I think I have to put this on the block for me to do that. Okay, so it's a very, I would say a very clumsy kind of setup, because you need everything to line up properly, okay, for you to adjust the pin and collar system. Whereas for the push pin, you can just, just adjust it very easily. So I very much prefer the push pin configuration compared to the pin and collar. Okay, so right now I have this set up. I'm going to put this in. So just now the collar is already inside, right? So push it down, and you find that once you reach a certain point, you can't push it down by hand. That's where you got to use the hammer. Okay, so same instructions, now in the opposite direction. Just hammer it. Okay, so once you hammer it in, okay, it's done. Okay, so now the pin is inside with the collar. You might want to do a bit of micro adjustments if you would like. So basically, what you can do is you can use this watch bracelet remover tool. You can slightly push this pin in if you find that it's still too outside for your liking. So now I'm just going to do a bit of micro adjustments. Okay, to push this pin in a bit inside. Or maybe you can also use the hammer and a block. That works as well. Slightly align it. Okay, just be careful when you're using this method not to scratch the bracelet link over here. Okay, so now I have aligned it very nicely already, so it fits really perfect. So now I'm gonna try this watch on my wrist to see how it fits. Okay, so now it's a bit tighter. Okay, and I'm very happy to say that it fits much better right now. Slightly tight, but what I can do is I can do a very quick micro adjust over here. I'm gonna show you right in a while. So there's two positions of micro adjust. Actually it's already on the outside, so I can't make it looser. So I guess this is the best fit that I can have. I think it's fine, but anyway, if you would like to do a micro adjust, you just gotta push this in. Oh, I just spotted a collar here. It might drop. I think that's the one that dropped off just now, but it's okay. Let's just put it aside. Yeah, so that's the thing about the pin and collar. You gotta be very careful. Do not lose the collar. The pin and the collar is here. This is the pin, this is the collar. Do not lose the collar, okay? Anyway, I was saying, if you want to adjust, micro adjust, you just use this watch tool. Push this spring bar down, readjust to this position to make it tighter. Do the same thing on the other side. Push this down and then push it to the other position. Okay, in my case, I'm not gonna do that because I think this is really a just nice fit for me already. I don't have to do any further adjustments. Okay, in fact, it's slightly tight for me, but it's fine. I think I can work with it. I prefer it to be a bit tighter rather than looser. So yeah, this is the tutorial for how to adjust a pin and collar bracelet. I hope this video is useful for you guys. Do let me know what are your thoughts about the pin and collar system. Do you like it, or you prefer the the normal push pin or split pin arrangement? Okay, so that's it for today's video. Instructions on how to adjust the pin and collar system. And hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, take care and goodbye.